Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and we're going to start decorating the junk journal that we made the other day. I saw an awesome idea by Edith at Scrapbooking with Me Crafts. I will put the link in the description to her channel, and it was to make a writing card. So in other words, if you were to gift this journal to somebody, give them quite a solid writing card, so if they're out and about they've got a spot that gives them a flat surface to write on. It is cardboard from an Amazon package again, but I think I've cut it to a reasonable size for writing, and what we're going to do is glue it together, maybe put a tag on the top of it, create a belly band, and I think the best place to put it is actually the very back cover. First things first, how is everybody today? It has been gorgeous here today in the UK. I've had quite a chillax day as usual. The non-busy person, generally just pottering and doing things like this. I do have a list of things I should be doing, of course. I think most people do. I'm hoping you've had a good day and that you're ready to start decorating and building your junk journal. Let me know in comments whether you're actually doing this project and whether you're going to keep it for yourself or gift it or start your own YouTube channel, or what you're going to do. You just put these two pieces together and press them down. Obviously we want to make sure they're basically aligned. If there's any overhang, which there is because my measuring skills are not great, we will trim that off. Let's have a go at trimming it up. And I'm trimming. I don't know what it is. I have grids and measurement tools everywhere, and yet I still cannot get things to align. Does anybody else experience that? Or is that just me? I don't think it's hugely important because it's a junk journal, it's homemade, and I think little foibles are part of the charm. We've got a few bits that were actually used as part of the cover of the journal that I could use, and it is just going to be using up some of this spare stuff. Everything else we'll do will be adding embellishments and all sorts of niceness, but with this one it is going to be pretty plain. You could wrap around, of course, but I'm just going to ink the edges to give it that sort of oldish look, which will hopefully cover up the fact that it's from Amazon. It is just a gluing sticking thing yet again. This is why it's nice that you can use the cheap glue. Oh, there's the dog off and barking. There's a lot of gluing in this. I should take out shares in glue manufacturers or glue distributors or something. Well, I should have taken out shares in Amazon, to be fair. Back in March 2020, I and the rest of the world have probably spent a fortune on Amazon. I want this one to be the base one. There will be some trimming involved afterwards, I have no doubt. Line it up with that edge and down it goes. As you can see, there is some trimming to do. Now what I would personally recommend is you do not trim while glue is wet because you will ruin your scissors. But of course, I am going to trim when things are wet. And do the other side of it. I'm going to use this one, which virtually covers this. A bit more gluing then, in case you hadn't guessed. Lining everything up if possible, and then again flattening it down. Then just trim along here. I think that's it for the trimming. It still feels quite ridgy, and I did find this nice and shiny and smooth. On what I consider the writing side, the side you would lean on, I'm going to pop that on there, glue that on there, smooth that down. Hope that's enough glue on there. I honestly just think that makes a better surface. Looking at this back page, even when this goes in, because you're going to be taking it out, that would be very plain to look at. I'm going to decorate this up a little bit. Keeping on the theme of writing, I've got this stamp that has French old-fashioned writing on it, and I have some feathers as well. So I'm thinking of maybe putting the feathers on and then just randomly putting some script over this back page. Ink this as much as possible. I'm not going to put the whole script on, it's going to be bits of it, maybe even at an angle. Maybe do a bit at an angle and then another bit that way. So that's just decorated that up a little bit. Not very excitingly, I know. This is a bit dull. Something like that. It's quite a contrast to that though, isn't it? Do I like that? Might be better. All right, let's just line it up on one edge at least. And then I was thinking maybe adding a little bit of pretend lace. Doesn't quite fit the length though. I think I might need just a belly band. And then I just want to fold a little bit at the edges, create a bit of depth to it. So it's going to be the tiniest amount because I've still got to be able to get the card in. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it should do. And that should now have a tiny bit of give to it. Yes, that has worked. The next thing I think that should be done is just to ink along these edges where you can see this Amazon packaging and hopefully just hide that a little bit. Vintagey look. I used a permanent ink pad on that in the espresso truffle. That is our little writing block done, added to the journal. It's the first piece of decoration for the journal that also has a practical use. Completed. Thank you to Scrapbooking with Me Crafts for the idea. Thanks guys for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, help give this tiny brand new YouTube channel a fighting chance against the big boys. Hopefully I'll see you next time when we'll do something extra to the journal.